Welcome to today's video. We are about to witness extremely intense moments where just one small mistake could lead to disastrous consequences. Every decision, every action can be the difference between safety and danger. Always stay alert, be cautious, and never underestimate the risks on the road. A deer suddenly slams into the front door of a bus in Pennsylvania, USA. Bursting inside, panicked and disoriented, it thrashes around frantically, causing chaos inside the vehicle. Dashcam footage captures the terrifying moment when a truck suddenly crashes into a concrete divider, tipping dangerously toward two motorcycles carrying 4 people. In a split second, they veer sharply to escape, barely avoiding disaster. Heart-stopping. A Spitfire aircraft suffers a critical failure and plunges to the ground moments after takeoff during an air show in northeast France, sending spectators into panic. A female driver in a Mercedes GLC had plenty of time to avoid disaster, but instead, she foolishly crossed the railroad. The result? A devastating direct impact from an oncoming train, dragging the SUV in a nightmarish collision. She survives but suffers severe injuries. Single second of distraction, and bam, he slams straight into a car ahead, a reckless mistake that turned into a harsh lesson. For unknown reasons, a car suddenly swerves into the opposite lane and collides violently with a semi-truck. The impact is devastating, leaving the car completely mangled, a scene straight out of a nightmare. The Jeep driver recklessly attempted to overtake a truck at a sharp curve, lost control, and crashed into the guardrail. At that very moment, a red Kia had no time to react and was caught in the collision. The tragic result? The Kia driver died on the spot. 2 cars collide head-on in a violent crash in London, Ontario, Canada. A heart-stopping moment that left onlookers stunned. How on earth are these vehicles even allowed on the road? A wheel suddenly detaches while driving. How can road safety be guaranteed with such conditions? Flipping completely before crashing into a sand dune in a high-risk desert race. A heart-pounding moment. Flames erupt. Black smoke fills the sky. On a street in Shangrao, Jiangxi, a truck speeds forward engulfed in flames with thick black smoke billowing. Amidst the dire situation, the driver remains calm, calls fire rescue. 119 honks loudly and races straight to the fire station. The gatekeeper quickly opens the gate, allowing him to enter safely. The black car suddenly loses control, veers into the other lane, and collapses in a chain of collisions with vehicles in the same direction, causing a horrific series accident on the highway. A Chilean firefighting plane on a low-altitude mission hit a power pole on Highway 5 near Talca Mall Province, causing the right wing to crash. The plane quickly catching fire and crashing to the ground, burning intensely. A propane tank was leaking right on the passenger seat, but the driver had no idea. The moment he turned the key, the explosion tore through the truck, but miraculously, the man survived against all odds and rushed out to safety. Towing a trailer, attempts to cross the railway tracks, but fate had other plans as an oncoming train smashes into it, making the collision unavoidable. The SUV sped through the night, headlights off, then plowed straight into a house in South Carolina. Bricks and debris flew everywhere, narrowly missing a woman sitting on her porch. A miraculous escape. The road collapsed as a truck passed, opening up a massive sinkhole in Tampico. No time for warning, a pickup came speeding in. Luckily, no major damage occurred. The car sped across Ocean Avenue Bridge but nearly got stuck in the middle, tilted almost 90 degrees. The driver panicked, ready to jump, but luckily, the car slid back to safety at the last second. A heart-pounding escape. Towing a luxury car like a Mercedes requires precision and professionalism, but not every tow truck driver gets it right. Just one small mistake could turn a routine service into a costly nightmare. The motorcyclist panicked and fled, barely escaping as the SUV suddenly reversed. The two-wheeler was crushed right before his eyes. A narrow escape. The motorcycle stopped past the red light just as a car lost control and raced toward it. The direct impact sent the bike flying. A pricey lesson for stopping in the wrong place. Always be cautious and follow traffic rules. Failing to keep a safe distance, the white car slammed hard into the black car ahead. But it wasn't over. Another car speeded in, pushing the white car straight underneath the black car. A chain reaction crash. 5 vehicles involved. Surveillance footage captured a driving student attempting to parallel park, but the end result? A disastrous crash. The car slammed straight into a parked vehicle in Bradford, West York, a lesson they'll never forget. Car drove through a red light while a minicar had a green light but failed to notice and raced forward. The impact was so severe, nearly pushing the minicar into another vehicle stopped at the red light. Luckily, the driver hit the brakes in time, avoiding a multi-car pileup. Woman charged with disorderly conduct. She is accused of causing an accident at Forest Park gas station and will face trial to answer for the charges. Before the light turns green, the pickup truck already turns quickly, while the Chevrolet also drives straight. At that moment, a white SUV approaches from the left, following the signal, crashing into the Chevrolet. The impact sends the white car onto the sidewalk, while the black car spins nearly a full circle. Fortunately, occupants sustain only minor scratches. F-35 fighter jet crashed at Eielson Air Force Base, Alaska, plunging freely onto the runway and seemingly destroyed upon impact. Fortunately, the pilot ejected just in time and escaped safely. A terrifying moment as a speeding car launches off a tow ramp at full throttle, soaring 120 feet into the air before crashing into another vehicle. Georgia State Police confirmed that a 21-year-old woman from Tallahassee was severely injured but miraculously survived. Despite the railway barriers lowering, a reckless driver speeds through the crossing, barely avoiding a tragic collision. This foolish act at a railroad junction in southern Poland came within inches of disaster. Losing control, the vehicle slams into a guardrail, plunging 6 meters down, crashing directly onto a moving water truck. The truck driver miraculously survives, but sustains serious injuries. Meanwhile, the runaway trailer driver flees the scene and is now wanted by police. Viral footage captures the moment a taxi driver crashes into a delivery rider on Bolshakova Street. The impact is brutal, sending the two-wheeler sprawling onto the pavement, a dangerous situation. 2 residents chatting in front of their home narrowly escaped disaster when a sand truck suddenly tipped over. Tons of sand came crashing down just inches away, a split-second difference, and they could have been buried alive. A slow-moving truck ahead. The Audi driver impatiently decides to overtake but misjudges, clipping the truck's rear. The car spins out of control, flips multiple times, and slams into a parked vehicle. A nearby pedestrian, stunned, drops everything and runs for safety. A container truck suddenly tilts dangerously while in motion, nearly toppling onto a nearby car. Luckily, both vehicles escaped. A major accident involving 6 vehicles unfolded in Karaganda, leaving 1 person dead on the spot due to severe injuries, while 3 others were rushed to the hospital. Rare footage captures the shocking moment a small SUV attempts to tow a truck at high speed. At first, the driver seems in control, but then the trailer starts swaying out of control, leading to an unbelievable crash. A woman parks on a steep hill but forgets to engage the brake. The car begins to roll rapidly downhill. In desperate attempt to stop it, she jumps in, only to get trapped, sliding uncontrollably until crashing into another parked vehicle. Kia Soul goes airborne while overtaking in the left lane on a California highway. Suddenly, a tire from a pickup truck on the right flies loose. The Kia hits it, gets launched into the air, flips over, then crashes down. Debris scatters everywhere in a horrifying moment. Underground pipe explosion. Several manhole covers shoot into the air. Deep craters form on the road. The pavement buckles and cracks, turning the area into a devastated landscape. Traffic is severely affected. Distracted truck driver. He crashes directly into a maintenance vehicle, sending both into the median barrier. The impact traps a man inside the cabin. Rescuers use a crowbar, desperately trying to pull him out. The horrifying moment when the pickup truck driver hit a piece of ice at high speed, causing the car to lose its control and spin 360 degrees on the highway. Lucky, the driver was able to control the steering wheel in time, avoiding a catastrophic accident. The black car turned right on the green light, but suddenly a motorbike from the opposite lane speed up, lost control of its speed, and hits hard, causing the car to spin out on the road. Just a few seconds of delay, and this could have ended in a tragic accident. Tires skidding, driver losing control, tension through the roof, but miraculously, the truck regained balance and police got out just in time, narrowly avoiding disaster. Boat-carrying truck suddenly stops on the train track for reasons unknown. Seconds later, a speeding train smashes into it, turning both the truck and the boat into a mangled wreck. The fire truck sped through the turn, lost control, and flipped over. A firefighter suffered minor injuries, but luckily was discharged after one night and made it home safely. Was stuck at the roadside, two people struggling to move it, when suddenly, a pickup truck came rushing in. Slippery mud, lost traction, crash. The pickup slammed hard, then slid straight into the ravine. White and a black car suddenly faced off on a narrow road. Only room for one, a deep ditch on the side, out of nowhere. The black car driver pulled a slick maneuver, lifting two wheels off the ground, and escaped with an impressive stunt. The deputy called for backup, signaled for the car to stop, but the driver floored it and sped away. An intense chase through the city began the final moment. Police executed a perfect pit maneuver, sending the car spinning to a halt. Game over. Streets of Jaboticabal, a Land Rover was parked quietly when suddenly a passing truck clipped it. The truck driver failed to maintain distance. A heavy collision left the Land Rover badly damaged. Fremont police launched a high-speed pursuit, tailing the daring criminals as they sped away. After an intense chase, officers boxed the vehicle in, blocking all escape routes. Game over. Car recklessly overtake right in front of a container truck. The impact sent it crashing into the median. Airbags deployed. Wheel flew off. The truck slammed on the brakes, sending stone slabs flying onto the road. Both vehicles badly damaged. Police surrounded a stolen pickup truck driven by a suspect wanted for armed robbery. Maximum tension. A thrilling takedown. The truck slowed down to stop, but suddenly got rear-ended hard. The impact was so severe that the trailer flew into the air. Fortunately, the truck skidded down the highway and stopped between a police car and a civilian vehicle, avoiding a greater disaster. The car loses control, the driver panics, and a collision becomes inevitable. The consequences are unpredictable. Just one wrong move could lead to disaster. The semi-truck lost control, rolled hundreds of meters down the street. Only after crashing straight into a furniture store did it finally stop. Maybe the driver forgot to brake. The result? Boom! The car slammed straight into the wall, creating a brand new door by accident. The truck lost control and overturned right on the highway in Kadoma, Osaka, nearly flew off the road. A heart-stopping moment, just 1 second more, and it could have been a disaster. Florida patrol car chases a fleeing SUV. On I-95, South Florida, within minutes, the driver loses control and crashes into the guardrail. The SUV flips over, colliding with other vehicles on the road. While crossing the road suddenly, another vehicle speeds in and hits it hard, flipping the truck over. Fuel spills. Fire erupts. Fortunately, bystanders manage to break the window, rescue the driver, and extinguish the flames before it gets worse. Drunk BMW driver loses control, skids and crashes straight into gas station. Staff only has time to jump to the side to escape. A second later could have been a disaster. While the Porsche was filling up with gas, a man wearing a mask suddenly rushed in, pulled out the pump, and set the air on fire. The fire burned out fiercely, engulfing the right side of the car. The culprit? Run away immediately. The truck was carrying too high wood and entered the corner at uncontrolled speed, and the result, overtaken onto the road. The vehicle was badly damaged, and wood was floating all over the road. The female driver personally runs a red light at a railroad crossing and gets trapped when the barrier down. She tries to back up, but it's too late. A high-speed train crashes head-on. A breath-shocking moment. Luckily, she only suffered minor injuries. Truck loses brakes, rams a series of cars and motorbikes waiting at the red light at the intersection, causing many vehicles to fly into the air, being running away. A horrifying scene, but the truck still goes fast, without stopping. The motorbike slowly left out of the gas station when suddenly a car speed up, drifting inside. The car spun around several times, lightly colliding the motorbike. Luckily, no one was injured. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss more exciting content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.